97.7 nextdoorradio.com and the Nextdoor Radio app here in Oxford. Hope you're having a good day. Our number is 919-618-9258. Feel free to give us a call today for the Tailgate Sports Show. It's Monday, which means JF Webb is in the house. What's up, Coach? How are you? I'm living the dream, baby. Living the dream. So talk a little bit more about how's the summer going for you?
Proud and impressed with how the guys came out, competed, and performed. We got a little polishing up to do, but overall, very happy and excited. First year coach, we're ready to pick up the season here this Friday. Against East Chapel Hill. Here beside me, I have my quarterback, Martise Roberts, who will be a senior this year. Dual threat quarterback, electrifying athlete. And then here I have Alex Bridges, who's also a senior, offensive defensive lineman. He's a dominant force in the trenches, and we're counting on both of these guys this fall.
There you go. Of course, the Tailgate Sports Show here on 97.7, nextdoorradio.com, and the Nextdoor Radio app. Coach Gandy is the head football coach there at JF Webb. Talked a little bit about Mr. Roberts, the quarterback, a dual threat quarterback here this year. My friend, how's the summer been treating you?
It's been good.
Been all right?
Yes,
there you go. Tell me a little bit about your first year at, of course, JF Webb came down from Baltimore. How's the kind of getting things acclimated here in Oxford?
It's been pretty good. Practicing every day, weight room every day. We've been doing that almost every day, especially during this camp.
There you go. And so, what has kind of stood out to you the most for this JF Webb program?
My wide receivers, they fast, they good, and got hands too.
There you go. There you go. Of course, we had a scrimmage here this past week. We'll talk a little bit about that here in just a second. Alex Bridges, the overall team leader here for JF Webb. My friend, you doing all right?
Sure.
Doing good? So talk a little bit of how the summer's been treating you.
It's been fun. Been getting in shape. That's the main thing, so I can go both ways efficiently. That's pretty much it.
So you're going to play both sides of the ball this year?
Yes, sir.
There you go. I love it. And, Coach, talk about these two guys and what they've meant. Of course, a couple seniors you have this year. What have they meant for the program here just in the offseason, really before we start diving into football Friday night here this Friday?
Yes, sir. Number one with both of these guys is their leadership. A team coming in who won one game last year, usually when teams struggle a little bit, it's a lack of leadership. So with me coming in, the number one thing I told these guys, I need you to lead this team. When you have a player-led team, you usually, lead to big success. And that's what these guys are bringing, leadership, and it's trickling down to the young guys. So when these guys leave, the young guys will know what to expect.
There you go. So you had a scrimmage on Friday. Was this the first live action that this team has been a part of? Let's kind of dive right in. Of course, you had Triple S.
Yes, sir.
Here. So
yes,
talk
sir.
a little bit more about it. Of course, this and background story, that's where you came from.
Yes, sir.
And so you try to do some hurting.
Yeah, not trying to do some hurting,
There
but
you
it was a good time. Last year we went 9-2 conference championship, but the first scrimmage we had was against Wake Prep. We was pretty much able to do what we wanted to with those guys on offense. We scored 3 touchdowns. We gave up 1 with those guys. The defense caused 3 turnovers. Our freshman, Elijah Kenton, had a great day. Great showing to be a freshman. He's going to make big plays for us this fall. Offensively, Jalen Hester, he's pretty much electrifying. He was here last week. And against Smithfield, it was it was good. Those guys, they was trying to get after me. We was trying to get after them. Overall, it was good to see the coaches across, the sideline who I coached with last year. And, we're just excited.
So one of the things you mentioned before we really went live here today, that you're a lot more firepower than you thought you were going to be. Explain that a little bit more if you can.
Yes, sir. Like coming in, I'm thinking we was just going to be more, run heavy, but Martise and the twins and Jabari, those guys, showed in the scrimmage that we can sling it a little bit and we can score at will. So, we're not going to be one dimensional. We're going to be able to throw the ball and run the ball, which opens up the offense and gives defensive coaches problems.
There you go. Of course, Martise Roberts, quarterback for JF Webb and the Warriors. My friend, talk a little bit more about how this scrimmage went for you. Of course, you really had your day, a pretty good day so far. Talk a little bit more about it.
During the beginning, I got hit one good time.
There you go.
But after that, I ran a good at least 50 to 60 yards. I scored a touchdown. I threw a good ball to Twin and threw another ball to Jabari.
Okay. So were you happy with how it kind of went for you?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes,
There you
sir.
go. Of course, Mr. Bridges, talk about how you think this day went for you.
Well, it went pretty good. I was mostly just trying to make sure that all like the younger guys and stuff, make
Mhm.
sure they knew what to do when they got in, because I knew what I was doing, and just make sure that they can like they're just not out there confused,
Mhm.
like they have a clue pretty much.
There you go. So you had your way with the scrimmage, your first real action of the season. Really just started the pads and hitting about 2 weeks ago.
August 5th was the first day we
so
got contact.
literally less 10 days ago.
Yes, sir.
Man, so how did it feel for you?
It felt good.
Yeah?
It felt good to get out there and compete against someone else, just because all summer long, we've been going against the same guys. So I think the guys were very excited to go against somebody in a different color jersey.
There you go. All right, so Friday night football coming up for your very first game as head coach of the JF Webb Warriors, East Chapel Hill. Tell me what you think.
Yes, sir. East Chapel Hill, like we've been saying, those guys, they've been struggling as well, just like us. They probably looking at us saying the same thing. They feel like they can get us, but we've been putting in the work all summer. It's going to be different this fall, and we feeling very confident when East Chapel Hill coming to Warrior Stadium on Friday night.
There you go. So what do you know about East Chapel Hill?
East Chapel Hill, they're gonna try to spread us out and run the ball a little bit. Their coaches have been there for 3 or 4 years, so they have the same system. Don't have too much film on those guys, but just hearing from the streets, they're physical up front, just like us. So I feel like we're gonna, if we can control the clock, run the ball a little bit, spread them out, we have a pretty good chance of winning the game.
There you go. A big part of that, of course, is Alex Bridges going to play both offensive line and defensive line here this year, both ways. What are you looking to kind of get most out of against East Chapel Hill this Friday night?
I just want to be dominant, and, like on the defensive line, disrupt as much as I can possible.
There you go. And talk a little bit more, Mr. Roberts. What are you looking forward to the most?
Well, since we got a good amount of running backs, I feel like we can really run the ball a lot until they get tired of it, and that's when our passing game will come in.
There you
I
go.
get a good amount of yards passing the ball.
So when I read dual threat quarterback, are we expecting more of the throw, kind of the spreading out, or are we expecting more of the legs this year?
Both.
Oh, okay. That's a good answer.
I
Look,
love
Coach.
it. Yes, sir. Maybe smile on that one.
There you go. And so is that what you're kind of thinking as well, Coach?
Yes, sir. It depends on what the defense is giving us. Martise, he has the ability to throw the ball deep, and if they spread us out a little bit on defense, he can pull it and take off for 60 yards.
There you go.
I give him number 8 because he's from Baltimore, and Lamar Jackson, the Baltimore Ravens. So
there you go.
He's my little Lamar Jackson.
All right. So we'll do some predictions here real quick, guys. We'll go with Martise Roberts, quarterback, dual threat quarterback for JF Webb. What is your prediction this Friday night?
Friday night, I think we can go at least 28-7.
28-7. That's good. I like the number. All right, Mr. Bridger, what you thinking?
I don't want to put a score up, but I'll say we'll be competitive the whole game. That's what I want to see.
I'm gonna start writing numbers down so we'll be ready to roll. Right. All right, Coach. Same thing for you. What do you think?
Yeah, like Alex said, I'm not going to put a score on it, but I want the Warriors to come on top. We're going to be physical. We're going to dominate up front. I like our chances.
And we'll go to the following week, of course, not to look past East Chapel Hill, but you got a rivalry coming up against Warrenton.
Yes, sir.
What are we thinking on that one?
Yes, sir. That's going to be not looking ahead, but just to answer the question, Warren County, that's a big rival game. Those guys get to come into the Warriors den, and we're going to put it to the middle against those guys as well.
There you go. All right, I'm gonna let the floor open for you, Coach. Kind of talk a little bit about your players, your team. Last couple minutes is on you.
Yes, sir. I just want to give a shout out to the Granville County Sheriff's Department. This past Saturday, we had Family and Friends Day, a community day, where all the parents and friends and local community members came out and celebrated with us at practice. And the Sheriff's Department, they came out and fed the kids, fed the community. And overall, it was just a great day. So I'd like to thank Sheriff Fountain and Chief and his guys for putting that event for us together.
There you go. Of course, Martise Roberts, quarterback for JF Webb, and Alex Bridges, offensive line and defensive line here this year, overall team leader, joins us here in our Tailgate Sports Show in the studio at 109 Hillsborough Street. Guys, anything else we want to make sure we mention? Thank you. Anything? You good? You're good? Hey, have fun this week. Of course, today is a little heat index, so enjoy that, I guess. Enjoy as much as you can. But go get them on Friday night, okay?
Yes, sir.
Right, we'll see you there, okay?
Appreciate you, Trey.
Absolutely, buddy. Again, my name is Trey Stein on behalf of the Tailgate Sports Show here on WNDR 97.7 FM, nextdoorradio.com, and the Nextdoor Radio app. We'll see you later.